Hello and welcome to the My Hero Academia podcast. This is episode 131. I'm Kendra, and today with me, returning, James. Say hi.
Hello. I was gonna try to do a drum roll, but I don't have anything to do it. But I'm back, anyways.
Nice. And also returning, Benjamin Banks in the house.
Yo, what's good? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks. I'm always happy to be a part of the podcast. Thanks for having me back.
Nice. And Joanna.
Hello, everybody. Good to be back.
Yeah.
I know it's like so anticlimactic. Everyone's just so cool, and you're just like,
I thought you were going to say anything. You're like, no, I'm done with this. But this week we're going to be talking about Chapter 293, Saturated Society, as well as some news, or first some news, then that chapter, and then we have some messages from viewers, listeners. So let's jump right into the news.
This is my hero academia.
First off the bat is kind of cool that My Hero Academia is number 1 again in the NPD book scan for graphic novels. And it's basically volume 1 and 2 were in the top 2, and then 7 volumes were all together in the top 10. But basically people are starting My Hero a lot, which is cool.
Yeah.
And it's not really affect us here in the West, but the Strongest Hero mobile game, which is an action RPG by Komoe Game Corporation, came out December 3rd. You can do little missions. It's story-based or random, and you can get little teams and click items. I would recommend, if you're interested in kind of what it looks like, check out Shibuya Smash on Twitter if you're not following them already. They're basically kind of taking screenshots of as they play. But it looks fun. There are a few different new figures out. One by Prime One Studio I thought it was separate figures, but it's all one big thing of Deku, Baku, and Todoroki all doing a cool pose while there's an All Might statue behind them. And it's just there's so much going on in this. It looks cool, I guess. It's kind of everybody do it. Todoroki is dangerous close to burning Deku.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
They could also just do it as separate figures. I can't really tell.
That's what a hacksaw is for.
Yep. Just cut.
Yep. Sounds good. And then there is another figure that's actually all separate, but the main thing is that Shinso is getting a figure, and he even has his kind of Eraserhead cloth with him as well as his voice changing box. So he looks very cool, and Bakugo looks especially deranged.
Yeah, she does.
As per usual, but
yes. Yeah. And Ochako looks weird. Her face doesn't look right.
She looks too happy.
I guess we're in a dark time in the manga, so any happiness, we're just this is wrong. And there was also the spin-off thing. The team-up mission has chapters in Saikyo Jump, and this one features Todoroki, Baku, Kirishima, and Kami. They're going to a theme park. Action ensues. It's pretty cool. Again, check out Shibuya Smash. They did a summary of that chapter. I really hope that maybe we'll get a volumes of those, of the team-up missions.
I believe we are getting one in April.
What?
If I recall, I'm not 100% sure. I know we're supposed to be getting at least the first one.
Nice. Throw your money at them. And we might have said it last week, but basically we know that the movie is coming out summer 2021. He will meet the Three Musketeers. What does that mean?
I can't wait for that to come out. You know, when I first heard about it last Sunday was when the pictures first came out. I wasn't sure if it was legit or not, because it's while I am on Twitter, I'm not on Twitter heavily like that. So it's how many times has somebody posted something on Twitter and then it came out to be fake? You know what I'm saying? But then it's when the Funimation blog had announced that this was legit and all 3 websites were legit sources, I was just oh, okay, I'm cool with that. The only thing about the movie, though, is that I remember reading something where they said that this was going to be the last My Hero Academia movie, that they weren't going to come out with any more movies after this. And then we get this announcement that they're coming out with a third movie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing where I'm kind of like, oh, well, I mean, you said, you weren't going to do it, but then you are going to do it. But at the same time, you got guys like Mark Hamill who said that Arkham City was going to be his last time voicing the Joker. And then he comes out and then he does Arkham Knight. He does Batman the Killing Joke. So, I mean, I do understand that things do change, especially if Heroes Rising made like a ton of money. It made way more money than the first movie. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand them wanting to put more money into a third movie, because then they already know that they're going to make even more money than they did with Heroes Rising. Like My Hero Academia, it's a popular series, so it would be dumb not to capitalize on, coming out with video games and movies and, stuff like that for the company to continue to make money.
It's just how fast it is, especially because it's this summer, or next summer,
Yeah.
approaching summer, however you want to call it.
It's pretty consistent. Like what has it been, like every 2 years so far?
Oh yeah.
I want to say.
Just animators rest, especially during COVID, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And also but then we'll probably get it. We'll probably get it actually in the fall or spring next year, spring 2022 or something. We won't get it in the West for a while. It'll come out in the summer. Right? I think it's, or no, wait, maybe I'm thinking of the long wait for the DVDs. I don't know.
So if it's coming out summer 2021, I'm assuming it's I'm assuming it's coming out in July. So if it's coming out in July in Japan, we'll probably be getting it in October, probably. I guess, because I know for Two Heroes came out in August, and then we got it over here in the States in October. I know we got it at the end of September going into October. So it's a possibility that we might get it a month after, or we might get it 2 months after. Because I think Heroes Rising it came out in December in Japan, and then it didn't come over here to the States until February, I believe.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround.
Okay, that's better than I thought. Yay. And there's probably also going to be some more news coming up on the 19th, because that's Jump Festa. I'm guessing they're streaming it because there's going to be a My Hero panel, but it might be or we already know the anime is coming back, but maybe we'll get a trailer or a teaser a bit more for the movie, which would be cool. And we also, it's a bit confusing, but we had a color spread this week.
Okay, yeah, so there was a popularity poll that was released last week, and it showed the top 10 characters in My Hero Academia. Now, on the list that I saw, it also showed, I want to say it went all the way up to the top, it's a top 50 list, I believe. If not top 50, top 30. I will say that Mineta came in last place. Mineta was the last on the list.
I would say it came out this
not
week.
Coda?
It came out this week. It was spoilers that were out before, and it's also not in the English release for some reason, but we'll probably get, but it's out there. We're going to talk about it because I don't know when we're going to get it in English, but we'll just talk about the top 10 for now.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring up the fact that Mineta was in last place. I guess he deserves to be at the end. But so for the top 10, number 1 was Bakugo. Number 2 was Deku. Number 3 was Todoroki. Number 4 was Ida. 5 was Eraserhead. 6 was Kirishima. 7 was Hawks. 8 was Endeavor. 9 was Yoshindo. 10 was Shiggy, and that's it. Now for Yoshindo, I think his name isn't it like Shinada or something like that?
No, it's Shindo.
No, it's Shindo. It's Shindo.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I knew it was something because on the list that I had saw, it didn't say Yo, it just said Shindo. So yeah, it is Shindo. When I saw this, I was just like, how can somebody who only appeared for a split second be in the top 10 for the most popular characters like that? I know a lot of people call him Great Value Deku because he looks just like Deku. He's like the American version of Deku.
Or he's I don't know. When I saw the color spread, I legit thought he was Dabi, but without his injuries.
I could see that.
Uh,
It's weird. It's weird that that he would be somewhere in the top 10. Who knows? I mean,
people like hot dudes.
yeah,
But
people love
So,
Japan. That's the
but
only
if you
thing.
don't, yeah, for listeners, if you don't know who Yoshindo is, he's the guy with vibrating powers from the licensing exam. He goes to another school. He doesn't do anything. He's a little like Bakugo's like, I don't trust your eyes or whatever, and then he just goes like, I'm gonna shake things up, and then he never does anything. He's boring, but he's hot. So there he is. I'm a little sad All Might is no longer in the top 10. I love All Might. Also no girls. I think Momo's 12th or something. But and Bakugo continuing his topness. Good for him. That was weirdly
not
phrased.
surprised.
Did we talk about the steampunk aesthetic of this?
Oh yeah,
color
we're
spread?
gonna
That
get
was
that. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love
Yes.
that. Like I saw this thing, I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
this
I'll
is
get through
such
really
a beautiful
quickly.
cover.
And My Hero is on the cover of the magazine. Pink Deku and blonde Shigaraki. I don't know. I don't understand the color.
This has such comic screen tone vibes.
It is very cool. Like I like it. And Deku's hair looks very flat. But I like it. It's cool and dramatic. But I'm also just like, why is Shigaraki blonde? I don't like it. And then we have an author's comment. I almost said Shigaraki, but oh my god. Who wrote this manga? Horikoshi says, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the votes and the birthday wishes. I'm truly blessed. Yay! Sleep more. I go. That's just me like yelling at Horikoshi all the time. But now we can talk about. We're jumping into the chapter.
This is my hero academia.
But so what's, or I guess we can kind of all talk about the color spread. Is very cool, very steampunk, as Joanna was
I
saying.
love this because I'm kind of a steampunk fan, so I just love just kind of how he made them using steampunk, but in their own kind of like using their own personality. That's what I love so much about it. I just like Ida. Ida's like my favorite.
I was gonna say Ida's
my
the best
favorite.
one. He's like
Yeah,
like the
he's
most
the
mid
best
2000s. Like
Yes, because
Yeah.
his engine is on his hat as well, or the goggles, I guess.
Ida's just a living steampunk. Like
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
he has orange gloves. It makes me think of that color spread when they were all in like red suits. I think they had gloves on as well.
Yeah.
And Eraserhead looks like a pirate.
I love it.
Yes. Endeavor's the Ghostbuster.
What was Yoshindo or what was his name? The other.
Yeah, Shindo.
He looks like he pilots like an air ship or something.
Yes. And Shigaraki makes me laugh because you can't see his face. Like we haven't seen the hand in a while, and the hand's wearing gloves.
Yeah.
It's like
And then-
okay.
I like Endeavor's fuel tanks too.
Yes. I guess he's wearing like a jetpack kind of thing.
And then let's see. Shoto looks just kind of plain, honestly.
I like his expression, how he's like kind of looking at the camera, and he also has something on his back as well, like his dad.
Oh, okay. I like that Kirishima's the only one that doesn't have a shirt on.
Yes, flying Kirishima, and he's wearing a muzzle of all things. He's wearing a mask. At least he's like being considerate. And it looks like he has like lace or something on one of his armbands.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like what the deal is. It's like a falconer's glove.
Yeah, he's so cool. And then Deku is kind of boring looking, to be honest. I do like I don't know. He has a pipe.
He's got the Sabo pipe.
Yes, and then like the kind of armband belt thing going on. And then Bakugo, his goggles are so dumb. Why do they have like grid marks on them?
They're cool. What are you talking about?
It looks like those big shades that people wear that have those like lines on them that people wear to look cool. And he might have a mechanical arm, or he's just wearing something over his arm like the other people.
Yeah, I think it's for like his grenade things. Like that's what it's replacing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also Hawks. I like his kind of steampunk goggles, or like what do you call that head phone thingies.
The
Headphones.
headset?
Yeah. Yes. Don't judge me. And he still has bird wings. Maybe they're just like steampunk ass. Like he's just wearing like toy
Hawks
ones.
has like All Might's like whenever All Might's not like in his strong form, like that kind of hair.
Oh yeah,
Just
he
kind of
really
reminds me of it.
is. That's odd, cool. I was gonna say odd, but yeah, I never thought of that. And he has rings on as well, which I think he only had on. There was like on the back of a volume. Was like doing an ad or something.
Oh, I was like, maybe he's just trying to tell everybody that he's taken and get your hands off of him.
Yeah, so he can punch people more effectively. But overall, really good. I really like the orange color throughout, the orange and red. I still can't get over Eraserhead because he doesn't look like Eraserhead either. Like
He looks like a captain.
Yeah, because he's so solemn, and I guess he's solemn, but like, I don't know. But give him a sleeping bag. He deserves it. I'm surprised he's standing. Ba-doom. What are his legs? Oh no, he's behind the barrier thing. And we see one leg. We do not see the other when we should be able to. Or how he's standing. Sorry, I'm trying to make. Which leg did he lose?
I don't remember.
Oh well. But are we ready to jump into the chapter? And now let's on to, I guess, we're already in the chapter. Let's keep going. Joanna, I think.
Yes, it is me. All right. So, My Hero Academia, chapter 293, Heroes Saturate Society. So we start with Eri, kind of, I guess she's nibbling on a cookie, and we see Lemillion coming down, and Deku's like, "You're here, Lemillion, but how?" And then he goes, "We got word from the villa about what's happening, so I rushed over using my special permission motor travel. You see, the villain's hideout that the Night Eye Agency is keeping tabs on isn't far from here."
I didn't mean to interrupt, but like what I was trying to say earlier was I thought Eri was eating like a McNugget at first.
She's the
It
new.
could.
She's their new ad person.
Eri wants chicky nuggies.
Give her the dino nuggets.
Yes.
And Mirio has a kind of nice butt. I just like his legs there. And it's kind of like you see the panel of like the permeation travel as well as his feet, so it's kind of like showing you how he leaps up. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
But keep going, Joanna. Sorry.
Yes, that's okay. No, that's okay. So he's thinking, I've only been on sabbatical for half a year. Not long enough to trigger any nostalgia just yet. So we're kind of going back, kind of a little backwards to UA, and Bubble Girl was nice enough to tell me about the multi-pronged battle plan going down tomorrow. And he says, and I want to help out. And everyone's looking at him like, really? Okay. So I guess it's talking to Eri, he says, I know you've been practicing on bugs and lizards these past 2 months using small amounts of energy. I've seen the progress you're making. So please, Eri, I'm sorry for using you like this, but won't you try out your rewind power on me? And then you see Eri, she's kind of looking at Eraserhead while he's just eating. Then she kind of smack on the cheeks, and she's so cute. And she's like, don't be sorry. This is why I'm training. Then he's back at again the battle. He's like, thank you, Eri. And then we see the normal, and he goes, Choo! And and still, even my power ain't enough to take down these normal with one punch. So, and then we see come the normal going after Best Genius, and the Million's trying to help him out, and he's going, help, someone, anyone. Then you see a little squint in the corner, and the explosions from that time were like nothing I've ever done. All condensed, faster, stronger too.
Bigger, faster, stronger.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
So like I know that Lemonade said like rewind powers. This is before I get into reading it, but
Mm.
I really want Aries' hero name to be Kind Rewind. I really want
Best girl, or wait, I was gonna say Best Buy, but it's not Best Buy. It was what was it called?
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. It should be Blockbuster.
Oh, that's good too. And he like blue and yellow themed. Anyways, getting way ahead of myself here.
Mhm.
We see Bakugo. He's like, I've never felt that sensation, like being on death's door in total crisis. As you see cracking and stuff going on, and we see what were those Shigaraki's like data stream things that would like take your quirk or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, we see that going on in one of the panels, and we get a bow.
I guess that's
Which
telling
is-
us what he was thinking about the explosions from when he saved Deku were really
Yeah.
big. Is that what he means? Or when he I couldn't tell. I think so.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like some sort of survival thing or something that he's just like close to dying, so he had to like do like a fight or flight kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's supposed to be boom, but I like how it just starts out with a bo, so it's like bo.
Mm-hmm.
But we see the Nomus closing in on Best Genius, and we see one of them actually like grab his leg, and another one with like their weird tentacle arm thingies
Mm-hmm.
about to grab the other leg. And then we get gotta save, and then we get a big ol' boom
Yeah.
as we see Ida, we see Najiri, and all them just blasting away the Nomu. And
Did Bakugo do anything?
yeah, he did some of his explosion powers and kind of just like fell out. It looks kind of like he's like his last move or something.
He
He
blew
looks
up
like he's just flying off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just breaking news, Bakugo blows something up. But we get Ida saying, Bakugo, I can't take my eyes off of you for even a second. You mustn't push yourself. It could be fatal. And Lemillion's like, Najiri, you okay? And we find out she says, feeling just peachy now that you're here, Togata. Weird, huh? She's got kind of like her tongue out.
She's really cool. She's like, I like the taste of burnt meat.
Burnt self. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so
horrible.
glad she's still kicking. Like she's still going at it, and like she doesn't that burn. So I wonder if Dobby was saying before how he like feels he is torn up when people die or whatever. Even though it doesn't seem like he is. But so maybe he deliberately didn't kill Najiri.
Or he overestimated himself.
Yeah, underestimated her. Woo.
But Best Genius, just looking cool, says, well, have you experienced the world, Bakugo?
Look at Bakugo in the background.
It's just like, wow. Just floating. It says, that name was temporary. I held off on the big reveal until you could hear it. And we get a flashback of Best Genius kind of like doing his hair, doing Bakugo's hair. Which I was hoping Bakugo would keep that style. It was good. But it says your alias represents your desires, but you are still naive to the ways of the world. You have to pretend to die first. But it says once you've earned your provisional license in your second year, return to me, and on that day, tell me your chosen name. And we get it says starting today, I'm Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite.
So he finally revealed his name.
Yes, that was the only spoiler I saw that we knew his hero name. I didn't know what it was. I was not expecting this. I do want to do one quick explanation. Caleb, the official translator, you can follow him on Twitter at CDCubed, talked about how dynamite might be an All Might reference. Dynamite.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but keep going. Sorry, it's silly,
okay.
but like maybe he could shorten
Yeah.
it and you got something there. He could just be dynamite, or he could be explosion god or something.
I thought about Dynamite God would have been cool
Ooh.
because they could have just gone DG for short and have like a DG logo. But anyways, Best Genius has like some serious eyes and it almost looks like he's bleeding from his eyes. And it says how childish, and you just like what a mouthful. And Jay's like disturbing. Mr. Compress is it's like tacky, and then I can't remember Lizard Boy. Yeah, Spinner says super tacky.
It's like they are roasting him right now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Shigaraki is probably unconscious or something that he's not thinking anything as well.
I think Shigaraki's too focused on Deku right now. or something. Or he was kind of unconscious the last couple chapters, or losing consciousness.
Or because the last thing he said was destroy or something.
That's probably what he
it
would
was
have thought anyways if we got a stop bubble.
Yeah.
because he was talking to Gigantomachia,
Yeah,
where he told him to destroy once Best Genius because nobody knew what to do, and like it looked like all of the villains were about to lose, and he just uttered those words because Machia, like, is it Machia or Machia?
Machi?
I say Machia, but it could be Machia.
Okay, so Machia, remember, he was waiting for an order. And it's like, he's a big fella. So it's like, you have to tell him what to do or he's not going to do anything. And then when Shigaraki said destroy, like, that's when everything just started going. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, and Spinner triggered it. But James, who else reacts?
So we get a different reaction from Lemillion. He says, haha, a fine hero name with a real sense of humor to it. And then as Bakugo's about to he's about to do a face plant. Ain't nothing funny about it. And Lemillion continues, a world without smiles and humor has no bright future. He says, no offense intended, buddy. That's just my motto. Such a good boy. But anyway, he says, anywho, looks like your boss is going nowhere fast. So what do you say we wrap this up? Get it? Because he's wrapped up? I don't know.
And then we go as the battle continues with Machia on the ground. It looks like he's fighting to get out of all of the threads. And like you see explosions and everything going on as Todoroki and Dabi are fighting over him. And I'm assuming that it is Dabi that is saying, your friends are having a blast down there. Poor Shoto. No fun for you, just pain. As he's hugging Shoto right now, and it's like if he was hugging me, like I'd be pissed off. And he says, Todoroki says, "But you're burning up too." And then Dabi says, "Seriously, it's great that you were raised with love. I'm fine because I'm really happy right now. Because look at that face." And then like it shows Endeavor. And like Endeavor, like for the last several chapters, like Endeavor has just been shit faced. Like it's like it looks like he hasn't moved. Like he's been sitting in the same spot with the same reaction on his face this entire time. And Dabi continues and says, "The guy's about to watch his puppet masterpiece burn up and die in the fire of his failed experiment, and he can't do anything." I said, "Look. He's totally broken inside. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Shoto, once my fire burns you to ash, I wonder what kind of face Dad'll make." And then you just see Dabi, like it looks like he's charging up like this huge fire blast to burn up Todoroki. And then here we see my favorite character, Deku, coming in at full speed. The others are backing up Genus. So I've got you, Todoroki. Who cares if my arms and legs are done? And then it shows the flashback of Midoriya Pro. Then it shows the training that he was going through to work on his new float ability when he was working with Sero, Uraraka, and Sue, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Froppy style. Yo! Okay, so I haven't read the chapter yet, so like everything that I'm seeing right now, Stu Deku is using the black whip, and like he's using it as Froppy if she was using her tongue. Like, this is crazy as hell. Like, it makes sense because he can't use his arms. So, wow. That's, you see Deku charging at Shoto and Dabi, and then I'm assuming it's Dabi that's saying, "This is a family affair, none of your business." And then Midoriya says, "It is my business, because Todoroki's my friend! And Endeavor is my mentor, who's made me stronger. Sure, the past never dies, and that's why I'm watching Endeavor real hard as he tries to be better. And like it just shows a flashback of Endeavor talking to his son. I can't remember his second oldest son's name.
Natsu.
Yeah,
Not-
Natsu.
Okay.
And Deku keeps going, and guess what? You aren't Endeavor! And then we get a shot of Endeavor looking upset. And I thought for a second he's yelling at Endeavor, but he's not. And Endeavor's like, Midoriya! Because he's like, I don't know, the kid is kind of speaking up for him. Because he's just frozen and can't do anything. And Dabi continues laughing, saying, ha ha ha! Way to state the obvious! But still, you gotta pity me, right? That agent of justice did some vile stuff, and I'm the result. Evil is thriving. Justice is losing this war. All I'm doing is showing you sentimental dopes. Who's to blame for that? The future's coming down the pipeline. Is one where all the schmaltz and lip service is gonna get blown away by the chaos. And we see the cord break. I don't think it was burned. I think it just broke. And Deku's thinking, this feeling, just like earlier. And Gigantomachia is out. The tiger is out of his cage. And Mirio says, yikes. And I think it's best she's going, he's back up. But it looks like Gigantomachia is doing a magical girl transformation because there's always like the whirling things around them as well. But somebody comes in with a sucker punch. Whoosh, it's Endeavor, super flashy. Machi has really long fingers. I think we talked about it before, but it's really creepy looking. And Endeavor's coughing up blood, and Gigantomachia doesn't know what's happening. He's thinking power suddenly all gone. I wonder if maybe the command. Well, they talk about it next, but like I wonder if the command was only given so much energy. Down he goes, Machia, and he says, "No strength." And Mirio's like, "Oh, that reminds me. The message I got from the gang at the villa. They said their strategy had no effect, but look." Indeed, someone out there. I don't know why it. And then Kirishima saying, or I guess it's probably still Mirio saying the sedative must have worked, but instead, sorry. So they said their strategy had no effect, but look, the sedative must have worked. And then the narrator, who's future Deku, saying, indeed, someone out there weaved this thread of hope. And I just want to say, it should be wove. It should not be weaved. That is my hot 2 cents about this chapter. But they're taking, we also see Momo and Ashido, they're taking care of our downed hero. Kirishima's also there. He is very cool.
I thought it was Sero, but I don't think it is.
No. Oh, yeah, definitely not, because his helmet looks like a tape thing.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that.
James, I think you were first. Or no, sorry, Joanna.
No, that was Joanna.
Yes, Joanna, the Jays. Joanna, what are your thoughts on the chapter?
I love the fact that Aries smiling. I'm in love with her smile. Her smile. It's like if you're going back the first time she smiled again at the festival, I just in love with that smile. Like I can't. It's like the smile you can't say no to. Someone you ask you to take over the world, and she smiles at that, I'll be like, let's go. And he's literally, I'm like, let's go. We're gonna take over the world. Let's go. I hope I don't tick people off, but for some strange reason, I am not a fan of Bakugo's hero name. I when I read it, I was just like, really? I'm just not a fan. I don't like this it sounds scary. Like someone comes, great explosion, murder god, that is my hero. I'll be like,
why's the murder in there, Bakugo? What?
Like I'll be like, you're a hero? I don't think you're a villain. So I'm honestly not really a fan of his name. Like maybe I have to probably get used to hearing it, but for now I'm on his hero name.
I guess it's almost like I think I'm disappointed that it feels like we're still haven't got it revealed. Like I thought it was going to be a serious one, but it's still like the jokey. So like eventually it's going to get like knocked down to something or like pared down to something better.
Maybe that's why I'm kind of
Because it's definitely a get.
yeah. Again, that's why I'm just like I don't know. I'm not really feeling it right now.
Mm.
Yep, that's all for me for now.
Yay! Or your any thoughts on Dobby?
Oh, he's just oh, I know he's just a psycho. Like he's a psycho. So
Yeah.
that's all I can say for now. He's just psycho.
James, what are your thoughts on the chapter?
First off, I did like a lot of the panels that were not related to like fighting or anything.
Mm.
Like with the stuff with Mirio and like Ochiko kind of doing Aries hair, which is like really cute. Also, I do like she's eating a cookie, but to me, it will always be a chicken nugget.
I wonder if it's like a rice cracker because then you see the bag. I thought it was almost chips because she's holding some bag of something. I think.
I was like, in Mexico, we have these lime cookies that are kind of that shape. But
it must be cookies. It looks more cookie. Like in-depth analysis, guys. We cracked the case. Someone send us Japanese snacks. But sorry,
yes,
James,
please send all the Japanese snacks.
Yes, send me actual snacks. Just not pictures. Actual snacks.
Mail it to us. Email them to us.
You can email. You send it to ho ho ho.
Thank God. Anyways, I still kind of find it cruel that they're working on like animals because like they just kind of like how in the real world we do animal experimentation.
I guess it already is a lizard that loses its tail naturally, I think, or loses its tail and then naturally regrows it. So that makes me wonder if she's actually fast forwarding instead of rewinding, or it might not be the lizard that regrows the tail. But yeah, I never really thought of that. It is a little sad that it's like, I don't know, be nice to animals.
It's like keep practicing on bugs and lizards. I was like, what makes them lesser creatures? Anyways, getting all environmental here. I'll agree with Joanna. Eri is just super cute when she smiles. Like you can't say no to that face. Let's see. I wonder if Best Gina's leg got injured when that Nomu grabbed it, because it looks like he's got like big arms. There's like no way he didn't like hurt him in some way.
It doesn't really look like it got. Yeah.
Did it?
Well, no, it doesn't.
We
look
don't really
like
see it. It's just getting him, and then the next panel, shit arrives. Everyone hits.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like that boom panel a lot. It's really good. Like, let's see. I want to know what kind of staples Dobby uses, because I'm pretty sure they should have been melted by now.
I thought they were, to be honest.
Gotta be some very like tungsten or something. And he's super psychotic. I was not expecting. Yeah, I was not expecting Froppy style.
I
like I know how people keep thinking it's a ton, but I was really thinking of like Deku just being like a kaiju again and doing like an atomic blast. So like that's what I was thinking.
Oh my God, I just thought about something else nasty. Oh God.
Oh what?
No,
I don't want to hear it. Never mind. Jason.
God, man, why did I just think that?
Anyways, I like that. Gigantamachi was knocked down pretty easily. Like he's just been a pain in the butt this entire arc. So finally seeing him just like down is so good. It's just like, no, just stay down. And that's about it.
Thanks.
I did love seeing Aries smile. Like, it is always a cute and an amazing image to see this innocent girl smiled from, everything that she's been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing her expression. I love that she actually has a family now. And, sometimes when it comes to family, like they say that it's not about, whether you're blood or not. It's about your actions that you show somebody that proves that you're family and whatnot. And, she has this amazing family with the students at class 1A and the teachers like Azawa and Lemillion, even though he's not in class 1A. So I do love that. I love the fact that he has his quirk back. It did answer my question, because I remember that was one of my theories a while back, was that, he was going to get his quirk back through Eri. And now the other stuff that I had said about like, maybe like the quirk was probably gonna just come back eventually and stuff, like those were just, out there theories. But this was the only logical theory of him getting his quirk back was through Eri. I also like the fact that we finally got a name for Bakugo, even though I still don't think that that's his hero name. I think that that's just him, saying whatever he wants to say, and the teachers at UA are going to tell him no, he can't use that.
Yeah, like I think the hero name's printed on like the hero card. That's too long to fit on a card.
Bakugo's the reason there are new rules to hero naming.
Yeah,
Just like how there was no new rules for like was it Mount Lady was the reason they were new rules?
Midnight.
Or Midnight. It was from Midnight. Yeah, so
yes.
Very
yeah. Like you can't have murder in your name.
The last thing that I'm gonna say is that I love the fact that Midoriya is a true friend. No matter like what's going on, like he'll always be there for his friends. He's also a good talker when it comes to motivating people. I know before that Midoriya said that Sue, she's really good when it comes to strategizing stuff, but when it comes to giving pep talks, Midoriya is like your Steve Rogers. He can give a good pep talk and it'll make somebody who doesn't even love heroes, like how it happened with Coda. Not Coda, but Coda.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then, with him giving that pep talk and getting Endeavor back into the fight, which is what they need right now, because it's like even All Might had to have that motivation, even though he didn't have anybody there when he was fighting.
He did. There was that random, or are you talking? There was that lady behind him. If we're talking about All Might.
Was it Mount Lady that was behind him?
No, just a random lady who was just yelling at him. I love her. She's just a random civilian being like, "Save me, All Might!" And I love her with all my heart.
I got to go back because I don't remember that. So it was a lady during the fight with One for All.
Yes.
I mean, All for One. Okay. But I mean, sometimes it's like you just need that motivation to, push you through and get you from being a deer stuck in headlights. You know what I'm saying?
Any other thoughts for the chapter?
No, that's it for me.
Nice. I guess I think when I first read it, I was just really disappointed by Bakugo's hero name, as I was like, really a joke again. Mirio being like anyone was really funny to me, and I really thought that like another random hero was going to show up, and I was just like, really? But it's nice that kind of like the Hero Association's gamble of kind of relying on trying to have a lot more heroes with like the younger generation paid off, because all of these youngins are the ones who come in and help, which is cool. The Eri stuff, I kind of wish that it wasn't like the day before, because like why is Deku surprised? He knew this was happening. Like he knew, I guess like he knew he might get his quirk back. I guess I'm just in like, how long has it been? He just said only half a year, so 3 months. Or wait, 6 months. I was like, how many months are in a year? I don't know. I'm still kind of iffy on it. It feels a little bit too easy still. And like that Eri has that level of control. I guess like the moment she went too far, Eraserhead could just look at her and make her stop using her quirk. So then like that way there's like a guaranteed way of not going too far. Of like rewinding him too much. And I guess I do wonder if the next. Oh wait, I think when we see Eri when she's like sitting with All Might, her horn is a lot smaller, so she probably won't be rewinding anyone anytime soon. Besides Mirio. Bakugo, I do wonder if he's thinking about when he saved Deku, or if he's thinking of when he did his like blast to grab Kirishima's hand. But it definitely seems like it's him saving Deku. I agree, the boom page is really, really cool. I just love that Ida's also there, and that Nijiri is also getting to do something. So, like, I don't know. It's cool to see the other guys shine as well. We get to Sir reference, kind of like A World Without Smiles, kind of Mirio's kind of like hero creed. The Dabi versus Todoroki is interesting. It's like a nice brotherly hug of pain. I don't know. I wonder if he would actually kill Shoto. I don't know if he would. And I wonder, like, said he was raised with love, but like, I don't know what Endeavor was like after. I don't know. I guess I don't know. But Dabi's weird and legit insane, and he knows it. I'm kind of glad, and I don't know. Deku's like kind of yelliness. I appreciate it, and it's kind of like I don't know, because Endeavor he's still at it. I don't think he should be a pro after this, but I don't know if Deku agrees with that. Especially because like right now Endeavor is the one who like took out finally Matcha hopefully. So like if he just left and be like, actually guys, I need to like not be a hero now, it would just screw everyone over. But I hope this isn't the end of Endeavor's arc or whatever. And I do like him calling Todoroki his friend because, like, I don't know, it's kind of like repaying when Todoroki came and saved him during the Stain arc. That, like, because we're friends and, like, I don't know, it's very sweet. And they've come a long way, and it's not like, oh my god, he just said he's his friend. It's like, we already knew that. But it's just nice to hear it sometimes. It's just like, aw, I like Deku. And
you know something?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just wanted to piggyback off of what you just said about you know, when he came and saved Deku. I don't think anybody has ever saved Todoroki before. Like, I don't think he's ever been in a fight or an instant where it's like he was about to die or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Because he's so strong.
Yeah, exactly. And with, you know, everything that's going on right now, I can understand why he would feel the way that he does, because he just found out that his brother is still alive. And then same thing with Endeavor, who's just sitting on the ground, just like, you know, I thought he was dead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now it's like a ghost has risen from the grave and supposed to do, you know, and then like the whole world knows the truth about Endeavor. So yeah, it's like I can understand why like they're really heavily in their feelings right now, and they know that they have to fight, but they just don't know what to do right now in this situation.
Yeah, and I was gonna say Dobby's like eyes are also on fire. That would hurt. Their eye juice would be on fire. It's not fun. Frothy style is amazing. I do like it seems to have got broken off by the fire, because like how do you talk with like black whip coming out of your tongue? Oh, I don't know, Zoro manages it. Oh, very cool. I don't like every time it ends, I'm like, what's going to happen next? Like, how can this keep going? I'm just like, what is someone else? Is like one of the Nobu gonna like jump out and be like, oh, I'm digivolving? I guess that's why I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, this fight needs to end. I feel like Shigaraki's going to wake up again or something and do some shit. I'm really glad that the knockout, the sedative seems to have worked or like helped a little bit somehow. Makes me happy because like we talked about before, Momo's plans are good, they never work. So for once, Momo, you did good, girl. Yay. And there anything else that I wanted to say? The art, as always, is really, really good. I think I'm just like, I just have drain from this arc going. I think if this is it's going on for a year, I think now. And I might, if it's still going next chapter, it's going to be the longest arc. Like even longer than Overhaul, which is also really long. But it's at least like it has different segments to it as well. Like they're moving to different locations. I don't know. I want Todoroki to freeze Dabi and be like, fuck off. It's just like, yeah, like please. Like I get it, but I'm also just like, stop burning people. At least I got really mad at him last week when Nijiri got burned. So now I'm like, okay, Dabi, at least you didn't murder Nijiri. But then he tried to kill Todoroki, and I'm like, no. I'm stating the obvious. I really worry that Gigantomachi is gonna like hatch like a butterfly or something. I don't want. I guess he almost already did, but then like he got knocked out. But I've been talking a lot. Was there any other parting thoughts on the chapter, or like how do you guys? I don't know. James, we haven't had you on for a little bit, so what were your thoughts on Mirio coming back?
I was not expecting it at all, honestly. So that was a really good reveal. What, like 2 weeks ago?
Mm.
And so like I was like, that's so hype. But yeah, I'm glad he's back.
Yay. But now we're gonna jump into, we got a few messages from people. First one was an email from Roman, and it was a bit long, so I am going to cut it a bit short, but they asked me to, saying, hello, they're the one who sent us the Kaminari Ojiro ship request, and I agree, it's good. They had an idea. What if Monoma walked into Tartarus, copied if he copied All for One's stealing quirk and used it on him to take his extra quirks, and then to make sure Monoma won't go and try and destroy Class 1A, his quirks will expire after 5 minutes. Do you guys think that would be possible? Or like, I also, we got to keep in mind, please, I don't know if they're going to listen because they are anime only, so we should try to avoid some of the extra knowledge.
Oh, again, yeah, I was gonna say something because never mind.
Yeah. I would say off the bat, I wonder if it might be like how Deku's quirk. Or no, wait, no. Oh, that's also.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I can't say anything. The only thing I can say anything is just reminds me of that one Marvel theory of like Ant-Man jumping up Thanos' butt and like just growing big. That's kind of what just this like question reminds me of for some reason.
I wonder if maybe he wouldn't be able, just because he has his 5-minute limit, if he wouldn't be able to get all of them, like the stealing quirk would run out before he could take all the extra quirks or something. And then, is there anyone who has any non-spoiler thoughts on it? Then we can do spoiler thoughts.
No, as of right now, no, I don't have any non-spoiler thoughts.
Joanna?
I probably should keep, since I'm on the manga, I probably shouldn't say anything right now.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I guess the worry would just be if some, like, I don't know, if Monoma got overwhelmed or something, or they just, like, if touching him might trigger something. I don't know. But, okay, spoiler reaction to this question. If it's me, okay, spoilers, stop listening now. But if, I guess it might be a blank, or it might be how when he tried to take Deku's quirk, when he tried to copy Deku, it was empty because it needs to have stuff stored. So if the stealing quirk, or if this,
I had a like idea that he ends up stealing his own quirk and just ends up quirkless at the end by like some weird freak accident because of doing that.
Yeah. But then, yeah, you'd have to copy the quirk, steal it. And I wonder if we know that personalities are in quirks. So if he took All for One's quirk, which is a copy, it's not the original one, it's a copy in him already. If even that personality might take over Monoma, but then it only lasts 5 minutes or however long it was. And then like the extra quirks, if he might be overwhelmed by those personalities as well. But I guess, I don't know. It's an interesting question. I wonder if the story will explore it. It would be kind of interesting. I want them to go to the jail, so Monoma, you can do it. But yeah.
They go visit Tartarus or whatever it's called.
Field trip.
Yeah, like a Scared Straight program.
But Joanna or Banks, did you have any spoiler reactions to that question?
I have to think about this.
Okay, we'll come if you have any other thoughts before the end, let me know.
Yeah, come back to me. I gotta think about this.
Yeah, come back to me on that one as well, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem, but we had someone on YouTube point out that Best Genius is not saying drip. his nose is bleeding. And also his eyes. I think his eyes are actually bleeding later. And then also Dobby, Cable, Demon Horns in the fire panel. Yes, very cool. I find it funnier if he was just saying drip, but you're right. And then we got an email from Black Northwind saying, "Hello, MHA Pod. Just gonna say, where's Skeptic? You don't see him for you don't see him for 2 chapters now. Did Compress hide him using his quirk?" And I think if you look through, someone pointed it out on Twitter, I think you might see him on Machia at one point, but it's just like a tiny dot. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Oh, maybe it's when he falls to the ground. There's a fig on page 19. There's like a dot there. I'm trying to look through to see if I can see any. But you're right.
Yeah, I think that I would need to go back and look at that because if he's not saying drip, and it's like, because I know like in a lot of manga, it's like they'll say something like, for example, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like whenever something happens, like menacing will appear in the manga or even in the anime. So.
But yeah, I don't know. Skeptical, maybe he kind of did his job of broadcasting the video, and now he's just
Pretty
like,
much.
I am piecing out of here. I am leaving. Like, fuck this. And then from Twitter, Joe at JOSEFK3 said, the reaction to seeing spoiler meme for Bakugo's hero name, last word only that starts with a D, so we just saw dynamite. He's like, well, that's stupid. And then seeing the full name in issue 293, that's awesome. So like it is really funny. So like I appreciate people liking it. I'm like, I just want to know what his hero name is though. Like just explosion. I guess I was thinking of what was I thinking? King Explosion or something, which would be like, which would be something, because the Kaizoku O is Pirate King, Kaizoku O, so O, but like King Explosion, whatever explosion is in Japanese, might be cool. I was like trying to figure it out, but it also just dynamite would be funny. It would be cool as well. And then we got another one. We got a message from Kevin saying, so firepower now. Trying my best Megumin impression. Explosion! Do you guys understand that reference?
Yes, it's from Konosuba.
No, yeah, I didn't understand the reference.
She does the
Yeah, I mean,
explosion. That's all. That's all she does. She has like one like magical like spell, and like it's just blowing something up, but it uses her energy, so she just like drops after she uses it, and like the
Nice.
main character just has to pick her up and take her back home.
Yeah.
Every time.
And he continues, man, I really wish I am recording for our podcast right now at this moment, but bills won't pay themselves. And Bakugo's hero name makes sense, All Might Dynamite. It should be a law in this fandom that every time we talk about Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite, we call him as such. That'd be so long. It's like Tetsu. And saying, by the way, call me a crazy guy on this. I think this is a low-key and opinion piece on cancel culture. Deku saying, sure, the past never dies, but I'm looking closely on how someone is trying their best to be better. Isn't this something that we should also do ourselves? Yes, we should be courageous enough to call out misdeeds, but never stop someone from becoming better. I think I'm just rambling now. Stay awesome, everyone. I listen to you guys, and I'll listen to you guys soon. Yay. I do wonder if it's kind of like a fine line of it.
It depends, like if you don't want, like you wanted someone to be at their best, but at the same time, yeah, like it's fine, like how far should you go before you stop them, because you want to trying to say like if they're pushing past, like see Deku, like he's barely moving, like he has to use his literally his tongue to move, so that's line, like where do we stop where it's like, you know what, like enough is enough. You're already like pretty much damaged. You don't want to get you to the point where you're not able to fix yourself again. Well, technically in My Hero Academia you can't, because you can, but just in the real was like you can't. You may not be able to fix yourself again.
Okay. I guess the thing is, like, cancel culture, I guess I don't really agree with cancel culture in all, but like I think child abuser is on a different level than like, oh, someone said some bad stuff like years ago, which sometimes is what like gets blown up. Or also the more serious, if they get like called out for being like they sexual assaulted someone or something, that's like, again, the other end, the very far end. And so I don't know. I think we've kind of touched on it a little bit when we were talking about like the cops as well, because cops like have a higher case of domestic violence. Is just like a fact. But and like we see that in Heroes, I guess, as well. I guess that is more. I guess domestic can also be for children. Yeah, I don't know. It could be. I don't know where Horikoshi is going with this. I don't think anyone knows. I guess Deku might be kind of like the idealized, like, and Deku in the moment can't stop and be like, okay, let's sort all this out and lay this out and do this. Deku only knows what he's been told, and he's in the middle of a firefight. So he's just like, I need to trust the guy who's on my side, and like I'm watching him as well, and he's my mentor and is trying to be like, I don't know. There's no real answer to that. I don't know. I guess I just wanted Endeavor to step down, and I don't think that would be cancel culture for him to do so. But obviously, he can't do so in the middle of a fight. Does anyone else have any opinions on this? I'm maybe talking up a storm. Okay, that was a heavy topic there. But that rounds us out. So thank you for coming on, everybody. And let's say, James, you haven't been on in a bit. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at that one welder guy. I also have the Kicking Stones podcast, a Dr. Stone manga read-through podcast. We just recorded an episode yesterday, so we'll have that out soon enough, as well as our future plans for what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And we also have the Weeb Jammin' podcast, where we just talk about random anime. And we'll have another episode out soon. We haven't recorded it yet, but we're hoping to record it on Monday.
Nice. And Banks, where can we find you?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook by typing in Benjamin Banks, and I should be the first person that pops up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. And you can follow my nerd podcast, Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks, at Leveling Up Banks. Yeah.
Nice. And you had some big names on your podcast recently, like the voice of Gohan, right?
Yeah. We just finished interviewing Kyle Hebert, and he is going to be the guest for our 100th episode that is coming out next year. So next year, we're going to have some big guests up there. And yeah, I'm just excited about everything that we're doing with the podcast. And I'm hoping that for our second year as a podcast entity that we continue to do well and we just keep on growing.
Go, go, go. And I was going to say, I think I'll spoilers, but I'm pretty sure you tweeted it out, right?
Yes. Yeah. I tweeted it today.
Yay. And Joanna, I know you don't have a Twitter yet.
I don't know about Twitter.
No. But is there anything that you've been reading or watching that you want to shout out?
So I started reading this manga. I think it's really funny. It's called Sakamono Days. So it's pretty much like this guy who's like raising his family, and they have a convenience store. But he actually used to be a Yakuza hit boss. Mm-hmm. So and then it's pretty much like the people are it's his adventures, and it's only 3 chapters, but like the Yakuza are trying to find him because he kind of like disappeared when he met his wife. Mm-hmm. So it's just his adventure. So that's a good one. If you want something funny, it just started. It's only 3 chapters, so if you want to check it out. And then anime wise, I started watching this show. It's called Sports Climbing Girls.
Ooh.
So it's more about kind of like competitive rock climbing. Didn't know that was a thing. So I just learned about that. So that's a good watch. So, yeah.
Ooh, nice. I've watched a little bit of that one. It looks cool. Like wow. I don't know. I could not climb that fast.
I was expecting that because I'm a people know I love sports animes and manga. I love that. So I was really surprised. I'm like, rock climbing is competitive. Okay, I'll
It's nice to have
check it out.
it's nice to have one focused on girls too.
Yeah, especially on for girls, not just like mostly like the sports animes are all like male perspective. So this was nice.
There was a baseball one that was focusing on girls, but it wasn't that good from what I've watched of it. But for me, Kendra, you can follow me on Twitter at Sniper of My Heart, and I do have another podcast that I'm on. The most recent episode I think is out, but then we just haven't tweeted about it yet. But you can follow us on Twitter at HiQPod. And the podcast, if you're a new listener, you can follow us on Twitter at MHAPod. And you can email us at, one sec, I just need to pull up. You can email us at myheropod@gmail.com. You can visit our website at www.mhapod.com. And I would say, I do it every week. I would say if you have like, even $1 or $2, I think would go really far, is donating to the Okra Project. It's basically they make home-cooked meals for Black trans people, as well as providing therapy. And I think that's really, really cool. But also I understand, like, we're in a pandemic. Sometimes if you can't donate, it's not, I don't know. Take care of yourself. Take care of people around you if you can. I don't know. And now to segue. Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. I want to let everybody know something. I just finished watching Hunter x Hunter today. And
oh, yay!
Wow. That's all that I have to say. Like, now I'm just like everybody else, where now I'm just waiting until, the anime either starts back up or I can go ahead and read the manga. But the last manga came out in 2018. The last chapter came out in 2018. And from what I've heard, the story is still nowhere near done.
I was going to say, it's gone nowhere.
and like I was talking with my co-host Rebellious D about this over the phone, where I had saw a post on my Roshi's Island Facebook group where somebody had made a post talking about how there have been people who have passed away that have not seen the ending. They're not going to know how One Piece ended because they passed away. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me think about like these series that are just going on for years, like another series like Berserk that started in the 80s, and it's like it's still going. It still hasn't gone anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's just,
I love that.
It's just like
that's one of the.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's just that I just wish that people would just go ahead and wrap their stories up, or if they can't do it, like they can get somebody that can do all the art for them, and then they can just consult with the artist on like what they want to happen. So that way it's less stress on them, because I know the creator of Hunter x Hunter, that was one of the issues with Yu Yu Hakusho, was that it was a lot of stress on him at the time. And like, that's the reason why he ended Yu Yu Hakusho so early instead of it continuing to go on, so that's all I wanted to say. Hunter x Hunter was a really good series.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kendra. You can.
Oh yeah.
You can go ahead.
Togashi is like wrecked his back basically, and so like I get it, but I think like having someone else draw it is like, since like you're drawing the manga, it's like a pride thing as well as just like a quality thing. So I get it.
What I wanted to say was like, that's kind of why I like how like now we're getting shorter series in a way, like no more than like 200 or 300 chapters now.
Yeah.
For some series, so like I kind of like that model a little better, because it's not, like 900 chapters long.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a nice little 100 or 200 chapter story that can be done. So I like that new kind of way it seems it's going.
Yeah.
Like some people were disappointed that Demon Slayer ended, and I'm just like, I mean, like he did what he set out to do. Like it's just like like why?
Oh well,
Like,
but we reached the end. I would say take care, everybody. And if your local McDonald's, if McDonald's is everywhere, go to McDonald's, get some chicken nuggets, or order delivery chicken nuggets in honor of Aerie, our queen. So
Or get the McRib. It's back for now. Well, maybe by the time this episode is up, it'll probably be gone already. I'm sorry.
That
I
like
want
broke
to see.
me.
I want to see Aerie and Baby Yoda eat chicken nuggies together.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
That future which is bright, full of humor. Go beyond!
Plus,
Yes. All Chap.
Yay.
This is my hero academia. This is manga news and more. Plus Ultra. Ooh, they're my hero academia.
My
James,
goodness.
question. What's a bomb pop?